welcome back to our channel. My name is Messi, like you know, and with me is
My name is George.
yes, and we are the Gem Royale. Welcome back to our channel. We are happy to be here with you guys once again. And today's video we're discussing something pretty
I don't
interesting.
know what to discuss just yet, but I love to say.
Don't worry, it's interesting, and I kind of feel like it's I don't know, it's a bit related to what we are talking about last video. Yeah, so I saw a video that actually inspired this conversation we're going to be having. I'm going to play the video for you guys to listen. But what we're talking about basically is how to give each other in marriage, right? How do we give each other constructive criticism without
Feedback.
hurting or feedback?
How do I say it?
Yes, without hurting the other person's feelings, because there'll be times where you will need to be honest and actually say it as it is. But also, you don't want to hurt your partner's feelings, do you? So that's what we'll be discussing today. Well, first of all, let's watch the video. Okay.
Have you shared with me already?
No.
All right then.
I'm just going to play it straight away.
We saved it. Cool.
Yep.
It's the video. Okay.
No, this
same.
one.
All right.
Last night, my wife made this soup, and I told her it tastes like shit.
I think they're French, guys.
Tastes a lot better today.
So, I mean, it's a pretty short video. So, from the video, you can see that the man
I know what happened.
said his wife's soup tasted like shit. But how does someone's food? Well, I mean, that's not what we're talking about. But now he's back with bruises on his face. I mean, obviously it's supposed to be a joke, but now the food suddenly tastes nice. But I'm like, the food probably didn't taste
So how do I tell you it's salty without?
Yeah. So how does he say it? How do you tell your partner that? Oh, this thing is not nice, or this your haircut is ugly, or this
It
those
doesn't.
no,
Pass the message.
your haircut is fine. But I'm just saying, how do you say this kind of things without?
How do you say this is not great without?
Without
hurting
hurting
the
their
person?
feelings, and in a way that okay, they can receive it and not feel bad about it really. So yeah, maybe you should, or I don't know, should I? Yeah, maybe you
I'd
should.
like to hear your thoughts about it.
About how I would like to be told those kinds of things.
Oh, like you're the one that needs the feedback more, right? 'Cause it says
Or
how to like
you.
it.
No, I'm just asking, like, it's just a general discussion, like,
all right. So
how
I think,
do
I
we
think it's
actually, yeah,
pretty. I don't use the word simple, but for an emotional intelligent individual, right? You should know how to communicate in a way that you can communicate essence, right, without trashing the individual, right? So you're speaking about a concept or an idea, not about the person. Just what I'm saying.
okay.
All right. So you're able to separate both usually. All right. To say this is a subject that has issues, not necessarily
So how
you as a
do
person.
you separate it?
It's diplomacy, right? Like they say, it's telling someone to go to hell and they're looking forward to the trip, right? So let's cite multiple examples.
Okay.
You prepare great meals, 10/10 minus nothing, 99% of the time.
There's actually something. I mean, let's
Now
talk about
let's talk about the world.
let's talk about this first. But I mean, there's even something that I would like to talk about, because there are some times where, I mean, talking about food now, where I'll make something, and I mean, I don't know if it is general with women, but for me, I like feedback. I like to hear what you think about the food.
Okay.
And most times I'm hoping that it's something nice. If maybe I might be expecting something negative, I probably am already trashing it myself, so that it doesn't get to
you.
me
Like, I
as
already
much.
know. You say it's already know.
So so it doesn't get to me. Although I would not, it will still kind of suck, or it will still kind of not be so good if you now say it point blank. "Ah, this thing is bad though." I mean, maybe you can say
I
it a
mean,
bit
some
nice.
I mean, there are ways to just dribble around the concept.
But my point is that there are some times where we ask for your feedback.
I'll say just.
I
It's
just
nice.
say
It's okay.
it's okay. What is okay? And that thing, like, it annoys me. Like, what do you
So-
mean it's okay?
So when I say it's okay, this is it. Everything is okay, right?
It's okay doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I've learned to communicate better in a more illustrious manner that basically tells this. I say, wow, this is good. Like, I get more, right? You prefer that that those using
I would
using
like
those
to.
terms
I
that
mean, I
just
would like to
saying
feel the excitement, especially
okay.
when, I mean, there's sometimes I know that it's good, and obviously, I mean, I know that you are enjoying it, but then I'll ask you. I mean, you even waited for me to ask you first of all. First
You
offense
say
number one.
trash.
After I asked you how is it, you now tell me it's okay, very nonchalantly, like, and I'm like,
You sincerely see most times like that. My mind is never there. When I
so
just
I'm
say
like,
how is it, I'm like
those kind of things to me, I'm
it's
like,
okay, it's okay.
I mean, does he not appreciate the effort I put into this? Does he not?
Oh,
I mean, I
Jesus.
feel like you're even doing a bit. You're doing better
I've
now.
improved.
You've improved. It was like it really got to me. I found it really annoying.
But
Like,
let me say this way, right? Maybe I'm working or doing something, my mind is, and you just ask, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, just to move on. But I
oh,
mean,
it's all right.
yeah, it's all right. Now, I mean, I'm learning better to like use different terms to appreciate the meal, appreciate all the effort you put into it, right? But if it's not great, right, I would not say it's okay. Maybe I'm quick to spot maybe an instance where it's like, did you add to this? I know that question might be your fault. I'm like, oh no. What's going on here? There's an unfamiliar activity.
Exactly. So when it is not good, or when maybe there's a little bit of an issue, you are quick to point it out and say.
That's
But then when it is great, I will not be the one to force out the compliment or the force it out of you,
I mean,
and then I get
this is
a very
this is what I'm saying.
bland.
This is what I'm saying. My point is, you are like 100 all the time.
That's
So when it's not a
I don't
100,
believe. I don't believe that.
let me explain what I mean. When it's not a 100, I'm like, wait. This is not my default setting.
Wow.
This is not what.
This
This is not what I ordered. Exactly.
But yet,
right?
all the times it was 100. You
I'm
tell
like,
me it's okay.
This is default.
It's all
man.
right.
This is default. Like the movie today was banging. I'm like, this is it, right? So just to put perspective to things, right? One, I mean, I'm learning better to use more appreciative terms than just saying it's okay. And it's okay doesn't mean it's okay, right? My head is like, it's good.
When I hear it's okay, it means okay, it's average. Like, I mean, it just means it's average, or I mean, it's edible.
just,
Like, I can at least eat it.
Oh no.
Nothing special, nothing fantastic about it, and I'm just like, why it's okay
Okay, for
every
example,
time.
the jam, yeah, I bought what's it called? The fruits I bought.
Peaches.
Is it the peaches?
Yeah, they're peaches.
Okay. You used to make jam, right? What was my reaction today?
Yeah, like I said, you're actually improving. I mean, I'm getting more compliments this day, which I thank God for because I'm actually happy about it. Like, I'm actually seeing the improvement, and thank you for at least using more words.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one thing I'm learning to do. I'm also learning to show. I mean, this usually happens especially when I'm maybe focused on my meal, right? But when I'm multitasking, I'm doing certain other things and I'm eating on the side. No, like, yeah, it's okay. I just want to move on. Like, my mind is not even food now, right?
And the times it even pains the most when I've spent lots of energy, I put lots of effort, I've maybe presented it nicely, and I'm like, oh gosh, she's going to really love this, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, sometimes I'll be waiting, hoping that you even on your own come and tell me, babe, this food is really nice. I'm really enjoying it.
But that this was there, right? But
yeah,
let's talk about that's the good side.
I mean, let's
talk about the
exactly
not so great parts, right? Where I mean, this covered everyone. Where you need to say, like I said, it's usually a 10/10. And when it's like 8/10, I'm like, hold on. Can we? can we can we go back to right? What happened? Like I'm trying to inquire as to what went wrong? Did we do this? Did we do that? Did we do that? Did we do this? Right? That's not me saying, okay. Can we? I mean, one of the things I appreciate about is that you're open to feedback. You're open to taking
It
correction.
doesn't mean that sometimes I don't feel bad that it's
Please,
not
but
up
me
to par.
too. But you would feel bad, right? Because she puts lots of
But I
effort.
feel like, I mean, you don't. There's sometimes that you've been brash with your comments, so babe.
Really.
I think so. To be honest, I can't think of an instance because I mean,
No.
but I feel like there's sometimes that you just give it, or maybe I'm the one that gives it to you hot.
Let's come to your side.
But I feel like there's sometimes that like it has felt a bit insensitive. Maybe just my mood on that day or something.
No, it's your mood. It's your mood.
It's my mood.
It's definitely your mood.
It's my mood.
It's your mood.
You're lucky I can't think of an example right now.
Because there's no example now. I'm a chill guy.
Which chill guy?
No, I'm very chill. But I have 1,000 other examples for you.
Okay, right. Let's come to my part. Right.
So look, let's. I think we should finish this,
Okay.
right? So it's more about being polite, being nice. The goal is, I mean, once there's mutual understanding, it's not to make you feel bad, right? It's not to. I mean, there's a language to it, which should be said. There's an understand. I'm just defining the understanding which the feedback should come, right? Basically saying in creative ways.
And not just about food now, like about
I mean, literally anything.
About everything, really.
Like, yeah, literally anything. Yeah. The way it's being said matters a lot. The tone which is said matters a lot, right? But the foundation of it all, there's mutual understanding. Is that I'm seeking this person's good. I'm looking forward to this person becoming better and improving, right? Once there's that underlying understanding and there is maturity to communicate key expectations, right? It will sometimes it will hurt, right? I mean, sometimes no matter what you say it, the person may not just be in a mood to receive that feedback, right?
Which is also another thing. Shouldn't we be sensitive to the person's mood to receiving such kind of comments?
I mean, by all means. I mean, these are
because I mean, if
by all means, be sensitive to the person's
if we are talking about food now, for example, just imagine maybe I've spent lots of time trying to prepare the meal, right? And just for some reason, like maybe it just didn't come out, or maybe I've just been having lots of things not going well for me that day. And then I bring the food. And then
you're creating cases.
No, I'm just saying, like, and that moment, like I'm not
thinking about it.
Like, I'm not in the mood to receive that kind of feedback, even if that might be the case and that might be true. No matter how nice you say that might not be the right time to say it. I agree. So how do you then sense the mood, the mood to discern? Yeah. Because maybe you also don't want to maybe lie and say, oh, it's nice when it is not, just to make me feel good about myself in that moment.
You see, there's a actually this is what you just said is very important. There's a podcast by Simon Sinek on this subject about radical candor, right? How best to give feedback. Just what I'm saying, right? If I can remember this correctly, I think there was an instance where I think we went to for a ladies' drama, right? And he asked her, "How did it go?" And he was like, "Yeah, went well, yeah." Well, he knew that, nah, nah, right? So the decision was, should I give her true feedback, honest feedback? Make her feel bad for a moment and she takes it and she maybe later improves and she go kill herself, right? What's the best way to communicate it? Because if you say it's good and it's not good, that's false, right? That's false. And I think that's where the struggle comes from saying it's okay. Like, it's okay, it's not feedback, it's not clear, it's not specific, right? So how do I tell this person the truth? Right. So the question is, do you want to hear the truth? Or for example, someone tells you, do you want to hear the truth? You're like, oh no, something is wrong. Because if it's good, you tell me it's good, it's exciting, right? I enjoyed it. Right. Or tell the person, well, I enjoyed myself, right? But X, Y, Z. Right? Yeah. X, Y, Z are things we need to improve. Take to the next level.
I feel like there's a way to.
There's always
There's a way. There probably is a way to avoid the question.
so it's a dodgy thing, right? Yeah, it's dodgy. For example, I could tell the person I enjoyed it and still give the person feedback. Maybe there's an aspect of the event that I enjoyed, or the aspect of the meal that I enjoyed, or whatever it is, right? I liked the good, but also know that I would like it to kind of improve in this area because I think this would take it to the next level if we fix X, Y, Z, right? Is me saying I appreciate your art, I appreciate your craft. I also recognize the effort you've put into this. Right. However, if you must do this better, right? These are my thoughts. Yeah. I mean, sometimes irrespective of the person's mood, right? You want to communicate because you're looking out for this person's growth, right? I mean, there are times you can avoid it, there are times you can defy it, delay it, there are times you will not be able to, and times you just have to keep quiet and be like, yeah, it's also okay, and move on, right? So circumstances differ, yeah, but feedback is feedback. Always not palatable. Especially if I someone with a very, very strong growth mindset. You want to hear the truth. You want to know I'm ready to take it in, right? I know this is not the best of me, the best version of myself. What can I do to improve, right? And my feedback has helped you in some way improve, right? No, I know.
You know what?
Feedback is working. Feedback is working, right? I mean, it's
But
working.
like, what do you think about my own feedback? I know that I could be very raw
Your feedback.
with my feedback.
Your feedback can take me back.
I know.
I a child of God.
But I feel like I don't know. I'm not trying to excuse myself, but sometimes it's probably because I have tried to say it in a way that was polite initially, but it wasn't taken.
Wait,
and I feel like I need to be more.
Let me put what you just said. I don't take feedback. That's what you said.
But I don't know. But okay. But what do you think?
How
do you honestly feel about my feedback? And what do you think? How do you think I could? Maybe you could cite an instance and maybe.
I don't want to delve into instances, right? Let me just say this because one of the reasons I have this conversation is one to help us solve the problem from my experience, basically. We different background, different context, different language and ways of communicating. For example, if probably different background basically sort that captures that, right? Maybe there's a way you communicate that. In my house, we don't communicate like that, right? Come together, I need to understand that this person is coming from, this is how this person speaks, right? But is there a more excellent way, like the scripture says? Right? Is there a better way? Right? I mean, the same Jesus that told Peter, to get it behind me, Satan. And Peter was like, like, what is that? That's anything wrong, right? The same Jesus met Peter and was like, Professor, no more than this. Feel my shit, feel my lamb, right? I mean, we see certain instances of endearment, certain instances of, so to speak, sharp rebuke, right? And a rich balance of both, right? At times I need to stand my ground and be like, no, it's no. Sometimes I'm going tearing and be like, why not consider this? Why not consider that? Right? And it's basically for the greater good, right? So when it comes to feedback, um, we are all learning a more excellent way. We are all improving the way we communicate, learning what triggers this person and be like, if I say it this way, he didn't like it or she didn't like it last time. Right? Why not say it this way? Means that when you say it in a particular way, it gets done, right? It gets what you are.
But what if I say it in a way that maybe I would consider polite, but it doesn't get done, and I need it to get done?
This is sounding personal. It's sounding personal. Hold on, wait. Is that the way to do that? Let me go and do it.
Because for me, that's usually the case.
That sounded like, no. What if I say you do something and you've not done it? Like, for example, this. Look at.
No, it's the truth. Because I mean, remember we're having a conversation about the conversation we're having with Tolu and Shayo, right? About maybe when your wife asks something from her husband, and in her mind she wants it to be done at this particular time. But the man has
So chill.
his own time and his own schedule, right? And it's chill. And I mean, I've come to be able to understand that, okay, I can't just demand your time immediately I'm asking for it, right?
I mean, you can, but this is how.
No, like I'm even saying, like I'm learning to even give a little grace. If I say, okay, I mean, I would love for you to do this for me, I would not expect that, okay, you get up and do it immediately, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Right. But I would expect that eventually
it will be done.
It will be done, and not maybe after like a long time where I have to repeatedly ask about
you know.
Right.
Speaking about this, John told me of a hack he uses. He takes notes immediately so he doesn't forget.
That's because he forget. Do you forget?
We all forget.
I don't think it's a I don't know if it's a forgetting thing. But then when it's now something that I have noticed that my telling you calmly and say, please, I have to do, I need you to do this for me, is not giving me any results. We switch. I have to switch to the one that will give you results. Because at the end of the day, it's result I am after.
So just,
I mean, not insulted or anything. I just have to be. I'm maybe just apply a little more stern or a little more direct and say.
So just to put it into perspective, right? I remember, like I said, just this now. It takes notes to be like, many times when you want, or when you say, I want this done, or I want this done, usually it's in the midst of, there's already an ongoing activity, right? That I'm usually absorbed in, and that request is like,
it's not always, because now you're using other activities to cover it up, to create an excuse. That's not always the situation, babe. That's not always the situation. But I mean, it's fine. Like, I feel like, I mean, I just have to understand that, okay, maybe I just need to say it a few times and learn to say it, even if I said it like nicely the first time, just keep saying it nicely till you get it done. I don't need to change my tone. Or better still, do my thing by myself.
Thank God you're stuck by yourself.
But when it comes to feedback in general, like, I know that sometimes I could be a bit, but and from what you said, like, upbringing probably has something to do with it, because I get hard feedback, even though it doesn't feel nice to get such kind of hard and direct feedbacks. But because it's just what I'm used to, I think it now happens that is how I know how to give it. Right. And so that probably has a way to do with why I'm direct, because that is how I have received it. I mean, I feel bad about it. I feel like, why can't you not just tell me in a nice way or something? But yet somehow it has been wired into my system.
You want to add feedback?
No, don't give me hard feedback. I'm trying to work on giving like more what's the word now? To be better with my feedback. In general. I wouldn't consider my feedback rude. I just feel like it's sometimes a little bit too direct, if that makes sense. So I could be a bit more gentle with how I give it.
See, I'm the gentle person. You can already tell that I'm gentle person.
You are not always gentle, especially when it comes to my content. But then
the amount of grace it takes. I
understand where you're coming from. Like, even though sometimes I'm like, but at the end of the day, I understand that, like what you said, like, I understand that it's for my own good. It's not just because you're trying to put me down or trying to.
It's mutual though.
So that's one thing that is important. That at the end of the day, you're communicating love and respect, even though you're trying to pass a hard message, right? And I mean, I hope to do that better. I'm sure you know I don't really mean anything bad or disrespectful when I say.
We'll find out. but to be sincere, I mean, it's. I mean, this is where understanding comes into play, right? Understand the way you communicate, understand the way you speak, right? Yeah. Like I said, we're all looking out for the more excellent way, a much more better way to communicate what we want to communicate, right? I mean, we use lots of enduring terms. We do everything right. Let's start giving feedback to it.
Yeah, and I think there's a
Yeah.
part of the Bible that says we should correct each other in love, right?
Yeah, there is.
It's nice to actually practice that, not just read it as one part of the Bible.
Yeah.
Correcting in love, I feel like it's easier for one to even receive correction when it's done in love.
Truth is, we all need correction.
Yeah, we can't escape it. There are things that will definitely need to be corrected on, and our though as a person receiving correction, I think it's also important we work on the state of our own heart, where we are not always in a defensive state to be just always ready to fight and not really receiving the help, because nobody's perfect.
I mean, the interesting part is sometimes imagine an instance where you are in the right and someone's trying to correct you. Just what I mean.
Makes me to remember there's one of that video I saw about your wife is always right or something like that, and I'm like, I mean, it sounds good, but I don't really agree with that school of thought, because if you have that mindset that you're always right, then it'll be hard to admit that you're wrong in some instances, right? But I know that that's what you're trying to that's what you're trying to say.
Did you just say right? Yeah, right. All right. Oh, I said all right. So I mean, the crux of the matter is this. Let's learn to take feedback better. Let's also learn to give it
better.
Yeah,
right.
to give it better.
I think there's also another video I saw. I mean, I'm just referring to all the videos right now of how my wife is usually right. I just don't like the tone.
Yeah, I've seen that, and vice versa though.
Yeah. So
the tonality matters.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not just what you say. Like they say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Yeah, it's how you say it.
I mean, it's something that we just have to keep working on, really, because sometimes you'll be pressed, and I feel like it's also humility and wisdom to know that if you've said something that was harsh, even if the person doesn't react to it, it's wise to apologize afterwards and say, I'm sorry for the way I said that. Even if what you said was valid and correct, but you said it in a way that was not cool. It's wisdom to apologize so that the person knows that you didn't mean to just come on them and just tear them apart like that, right? And I mean, that's how we grow in love, and that's how I feel like you can just foster peace and harmony, because sometimes they might not see anything, but then it's storing up in their hearts in a way that, this person kind of talks to me in a certain way that is not cool. There's a level to which you can bear things, right? It comes to a point where you might not be able to bear as much, and when you lash out, it might be over something very little, and you're wondering like, where did that come from? And so, in as much as we'll always give feedback, we'll always correct, we'll always let's do that. Let God help us because it's not easy. Because especially in marriage, right? Especially in marriage, when you're dealing with someone with a partner, right? If it's even, I think even with children, with anyone really, it's important to have wisdom in how you approach correcting others.
Soft
words. It's very important.
His words seasoned with grace.
And there's some people that you hear that they will say hard things, but the way they will say it will sound so carefully curated that it doesn't look nice.
It's a skill.
I really wish I had that skill. I don't know. I'm just too direct.
Skill. All right, it's a skill. All right, it's a skill. I mean, you've had people with grace to counsel, right?
Because as a leader, if you're in a position of leadership, it's something you should be, because you cannot just be telling. I mean, maybe sometimes you have to give them hot.
So, I mean, sometimes you may need to also put the emotions into it, so the person gets to understand. But most times, that's a very, very rare instance. Most times, you have very much self-aware, self-conscious. You handle emotions properly. Most times, and you're able to communicate displeasure, right? And the person gets the message, right? You could put it in a story. You could, I mean, Jesus did it several times, right? Put in a story, use several means. Just tell the person gets the message and knows that, yeah, that was me. That was me. All right. Because it's often more effective. You don't want the person to lose out on the message because of your action or inaction. All right. So, like I said, it's a skill that can be learned. It's a skill that can be developed. Yeah, as you go. Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I feel like we just, I feel like we're having more of a conversation between ourselves than.
Yeah, I mean that's one approach. And yeah, we're just talking back and forth, and I believe it's we're just gisting really.
Yeah, we probably said lots of things, took it here, took it there, but hopefully you've
You get the
gotten
point.
something
Yeah, you get the
from
point.
all that we said so far. Like, right, correct each other in love. That's the most important thing. I mean, the purpose of correction is because you want to bring out the best in the other person, not because you want to tear them down and make them feel worse, right? And so wisdom is required in how you approach such kinds of situation. And I mean, we are learning. I am learning to be more graceful in how I approach or how I give my feedbacks, right? And pray God continue with me. At least being aware of the fact that okay, this is how I give, but I'm being willing to work on it, right? Is one thing that I believe is important because then that's the first step to actually improving, right? And also in receiving feedback, it doesn't help to always be on the defensive. You need to be open enough to be able to receive at least, especially when you know that it's coming from someone that loves you, cares about you, and
She's talking about me.
and wishes you the best, right? Don't always be too defensive and just feel like they're out to get you, right? Because that's not the case. So just have an open heart, receive it, dwell on it, think about it, and then work on it, right? So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
So I have a feedback for you.
What?
Like, see you in the next video.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next video. And please share our videos, guys. I mean, we've been trying to stay consistent since this year started and hoping to continue in this stride, right? So God helping us, but please share our videos. I mean, it would be nice to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of February.
But I think if you like the things you share, do me a favor, just like it. Click on the like button. And if you got any comments or feedback, or feedback,
please drop your feedback in
do
love.
Do also put in the comments. I'll be graceful about it.
Yes, please.
Alright, be graceful.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And that's true. Like when you drop comments on people's videos.
I mean that's interesting.
Because the comments that people leave on other people's videos sometimes is scary.
Yeah, I mean, if you have anything nice to say, just let it go.
It could be scary. But anyways, I mean, we are on the road. We would like to have 2,000 subscribers by the end of February. That's the point. So please share our videos to your friends, family, those you think would enjoy what we have to say or would benefit from what we have to say. And God bless you as you do so. We'll see you in our next video. Bye, guys. How was it?
Sorry, feedback for you.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
That's the feedback. That's the feedback.
Thank you.